Hey, what's up, folks? We're back with another short video here. I wanted to just cover a few things about ginseng, some common misconceptions and questions that you get in different groups pertaining to ginseng and stuff. You get a lot of pictures, people like, hey, is this ginseng? Hey, is this ginseng? The first thing I always tell them is, I hope you're not digging that out of season, number one. Number two, no, that is not ginseng. And three, basically a continuation and breakdown of the ethics, what is expected of you and required of you by law before you can harvest ginseng, right? But once I have a response that resembles someone with a good ethical premise about themselves, I guess we should say, I'll start explaining a little bit. Now, one of the pictures we get a lot is this ginseng? Now, it does sort of look like ginseng, but I'm going to show you here. You see how all these little leaves are shooting out of different areas? Now, one thing it does confuse people, it has the green stem right here. Ginseng don't have a woody stem, right? Ginseng has a green stem, but ginseng grows straight out of the ground. Then at the first node, all of the leaf and branches come off of the same node. They're not going to be let me find a hickory here. We were also standing by some black cohosh, sunlight shining right on it. It's also a medicinal plant. They used black cohosh back in the day, you know, around the time of the Revolution, when we first started really settling in America. For women would use it for menstrual cramps, and still used for the same thing today. It's not as profitable as ginseng is, but if you dig enough of it and you dig it responsibly, you know, it's a nice little side gig. All right, here you can see this hickory from a distance, even through binoculars. It can give you a false hit. As you can see, it's got that woody stem. The leaves do come out of or stems do come out of the same node, but a ginseng plant, all the leaf petals, all the leaves connect at one central point on the stem. It won't have two leaves separated like this. See how there's a space? Yeah, that's how you know for sure it's not ginseng. Now, we're up here at me and Loki's spot, and I was surprised just off the beaten trail, because a lot of people come up here and illegally dig ginseng, and it's obvious. It's very obvious. So I do my part during ginseng season to try to keep these plants around. You know, if there's still a berry or two on it, they get buried right there. If it's a young plant, too young to take, well, it gets pinched off right above the roots so nobody else can find it and dig it illegally. Okay, there are a lot of laws that protect this plant, but the market for it, there is a big market for it, is what I'm trying to say. And people will go out and just abuse it. And that's why a lot of places you used to find it, you know, foot or two high, big 4, 5, 6 prongers. They're just not around anymore. You got to really get into some places nobody goes to find good ginseng these days. But right here off the beaten trail, as you can see, it's a pretty little 3-pronged ginseng. And as you can see here, see how I was telling you the stem comes up right at this node right here. All the stems come off of that node, and then right here, as you can see, that's the berry pod. That's where the berries are going to be. And this is actually a legal plant. You could take this come season, but I prefer not to. It looks like it got munched on a little bit right here, but usually how it grows is, see how it has all 5 leaves on this stem? All right, see how it has all 5 leaves? Usually if a 3-prong is still slightly immature, it's going to have one of these small leaves on one of the stem either missing or smaller than the others. So this plant right here, this set of leaves, back when the plant was just starting out probably 4 or 5 years ago, it probably popped up a single prong, probably only had one of its little leaves. If it might have been missing both of its little leaves on that single stem. And then the next year, it probably was a 2-prong. And this one was probably full, had all 5 leaves, and this one here probably had 3 or 4. And then the year or 2 after that, it got its 3rd prong. And as you could see, I could tell by looking at it, this is the newest part of the plant. And I mean that as in when the plant returns every year, this stem that it provided is probably the newest out of all these. All right. So that's how you tell a ginseng apart from your hickories and Virginia creeper. I mean, it's right over here. You know, you got more Virginia creeper. There's hickories all around us. If you, like I said, if you didn't know exactly what you were looking for, you probably think, oh my gosh, I found the biggest patch of ginseng anybody's ever found in their life. And more than likely, you're standing in a bunch of hickory sprouts, or here's one right here. Now, what I just showed you from a distance, that looks like a 3-pronged ginseng, don't it? And flip her over. Look at that woody stem. All right. That woody stem's a dead giveaway. And you see that space in between the leaves, they would all be converged together out of one central spot on the stem. There is no space. All those leaves grow together. So if you're interested in getting into ginsenging, the season starts September 1st. You need to look at all your local laws, regulations, and understand that, first and foremost. You know, if you come to me with a big pocket full of roots you dug up out of season, well, it's hard to tell what I might do, but I'm not going to be proud of you, and I'm not going to be happy for you. All right? There's a special place in hell for people that come out and abuse nature like that. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be coming out with another video here soon. Peace.